So before we get started, one thing people have been asking me about the Four Sigmatic coffee that I was talking about last week, because this is the coffee that I drink. Even though I have a Starbucks cup, I'm all about the Starbucks. But when I don't go out to Starbucks, when I'm drinking from home, which is often, I use Four Sigmatic. This is not a paid sponsorship. No one is paying me to say this, okay? I am not sponsored by them. I am just endorsing them because I love to tell you guys about products I love and branding that's fly. This is Four Sigmatic mushroom coffee. This is the actual one that I use. This has lion's mane in it, and this is all about few things. Okay, so one, it doesn't give you those ups, those extreme highs and crashes that some coffee brands can give you. Second, it tastes really good. Third, this one is built around having you have more concentration in your next activity. So this one, see, it says power on, and it's got, I love this, is why I love the branding, okay? It's got the little, look, a little star with the little light bulb for ideas, because this is to stimulate creativity and your ideas when they're pumping, to really have you concentrate. I'm not saying this properly at all. I will get this better, hence why this is not being sponsored. But they have other ones that have like a little man that looks like he's running, so it's for like when you're gonna do activities. So I really love that about it. And then inside, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see this. Okay, so they come in little packets so you can take them to go, but also inside, they've got like the little story. Like there's this little map and stuff about where the coffee came from and why mushroom coffee is better for you. What's the little story behind it? It says Mushroom Revolution. Anyways, love it. It's organic, it's vegan, paleo certified. What else do you need to know? Nothing. It's extracted from mushrooms. It's good for you. Mix, sip, create. Anyways, this is the coffee I use every day. I find that I'm super productive. Love it. I don't get highs and lows, crashes with this. Okay, good. That's what I wanted to talk about, the coffee. And then you guys know I turned that into a bulletproof coffee by adding coconut oil and organic grain-fed butter and blend it, and cinnamon and nutmeg, and make the most amazing coffee known to man. Okay? And that is a meal replacement for me. I don't recommend just drinking bulletproof coffee all willy-nilly, because you will put on the pounds. All right, good. Thank you. You like my glasses? Thank you. Support public education. Patricia's in the house. Welcome, welcome. So today, guys, I want to talk about how you can brand yourself to win. And I'm going to take you through some steps to get you going. One thing I highly recommend, if you have not done the quiz yet, so I will post it after the live, but on my website, if you go on, it's totally free. It's Are You Building a Juicy Brand? Top bar at the top, you click on that, it'll take you to the quiz. The quiz is like 5 minutes, and it will tell you what type of brand you're building, and then I give you tools on how to upgrade your brand, actual tools. So if you have not taken the quiz, go do that. And when you get your results, screenshot it, tag me, and you will be entered in a chance to win a free 30-minute consultation with myself. All right? Okay, so don't sleep on that. Don't sleep on that, all right? Because everybody has questions about their brand, everybody has questions about their business, and then they're like, well, I don't have the resources right now to invest in a coach or a program, or I've taken lots of programs, and I'm offering you a free 30-minute consultation just by going to do the quiz. Because by you doing the quiz shows me that you're somebody who takes action. You're somebody who gives a damn. All right? That's why I'm having that as one of the pieces why you have to go take the quiz. And I created it, and it's new, so it's fun. Okay? Okay, good. So, how can you brand yourself to win? Now, there are 10 steps in here. Whether or not I take you through all 10 today or post the balance, let's see how much we can get through. And if you have any questions as we go, post them in the comments and we will address them, okay? But when you post your question, please tell me what industry you're in and then your question. So like if you're in healthcare or if you're in makeup, artistry, finance, just put finance and then dash and then your question. Otherwise, I'm going to keep asking. I'm going to have to ask you anyways what your industry is, because not all rules apply, and I have different ideas for different industries. Okay, good. All right. Tell me where you're tuning in from, guys. I want to know. I know we got Montreal, we got Toronto in the house. Who else? Where are you guys popping in from? So the first one should come as no surprise. In this 10-step process on branding yourself to win. What do you think the first thing I'm going to say? Google yourself. First thing you need to do is you need to do an audit of where you're at. You can't go nowhere if you don't know where you at. Okay? And you know, one of the sayings I always have is you are whoever Google says you are, right? And if you want to curate yourself as a brand, as an expert in a certain industry, but when you Google yourself, that's not what comes up. What comes up is not what you want, then you've got to know what actually comes up. So you've got to go Google yourself and see what comes up. If you're not on the first page of Google, that's a problem. So now we have to work on how do you push yourself to the front of the list. And there's a lot of things you can do. But we're not going to get into that right now. That's going to be a separate topic, how to get on the first page of Google. And I may bring in a guest expert for that, because I know someone who is really great with the SEO. You guys may know her, Nicole Williams. I've had her on here before, because there's a lot of technical things that go into that, okay? But first you need to know where you're at. What is Google saying about you? What is up there? Are there things you need to clean up and take down? Are there posts that need to come down? And this goes for your Instagram too, guys. If there's stuff on your Instagram, on your business account Instagram, that have nothing to do with your business, don't showcase your personality, or are not great photos that people would want to look at, then I'm going to ask you to take them down. Just take them down, okay? The top 9 boxes of your Instagram is like a portfolio. It's like your hi, nice to meet you. This is who I am. Hey, what's up, Sophia? So it's got to represent, right? You've got 3 seconds to make an impression. So what is Google saying about you? And this goes across all of your social media platforms. So what is your LinkedIn saying about you? What is your Twitter saying about you? What is your Facebook saying about you? What is your, okay, this is a separate note, but if there are images of you online, what are the images saying about you? Did you set this up, okay, to look on fleek when you need to? Okay, I can't believe I just said that. Anyways, you know what you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Get your stuff together. Get the style together, get the look together. And if you don't know what your style is or what your look is, they have this little place you can go called Pinterest, where you can go and curate and find looks that you love, and then you can just go copy that and be like, oh, I want to look like her. I mean her style, okay? I'm not talking about like doppelganging or single white femaling anybody. I'm talking about their style, okay? What are they wearing? What color are they wearing? How can you find something similar? How do they put that look together? Guys, that's really important to me, okay? Because the question you want to ask yourself is, would you hire you if you were to meet you? Outside of just your expertise, guys. We're not talking about your expertise. That's another subject. We're talking about you got 3 seconds to make an impression. They're looking at you. They meet you in a setting. Would you hire you? Okay? So step 1 is Google yourself. Step 2. Harness your personality. It's the most unique thing about you. Think about how you can, here, I'm just going to read it to you, okay? I wrote this, but I was just like, this is what you guys need to know. Think about how your personality can help share your knowledge to your target audience. Maybe you're extremely outgoing and extroverted. You can use that character trait to illustrate your skills and attract people to your personal brand, okay? You may not be extremely extroverted, but you need to know what your personality is, because you can't necessarily change that about you. And you don't need to, right? But you need to know, where do you thrive? And now, how can you get people attracted to your personality and your brand by using your key traits? So what you're gonna do is make a list of your personality traits that people tell you they love about you or have commented on. And if you do not know, it's time to go hit the streets. You need to ask your friends. You need to ask your clients, your customers. If you got to ask your fam, you got to ask your fam. But ask people who genuinely have your best interest at heart. Don't ask people who don't have who don't care about you, okay, and have something negative to say, okay? We are not interested in them. I'm talking about people who have said to you, wow, you have a great personality. Say, listen, one day you told me I had a great personality. I really appreciate that. Can you tell me what about my personality you like? Because I'm building my personal brand and there's things that I really want to emphasize and things I want to get rid of. So like, let me know, what is it? Is it that I'm friendly? Is it that I'm always on time and I'm punctual? Is it that I'm easy to talk to? Is it that I take criticism well? What are the personality traits that you say that I really, really, that you love about me? And if you're an extrovert, guys, it's wonderful, but maybe there's stuff about your personality that people are like, you too much, you intense. Listen, I am not talking about simmering that down, okay? I'm not interested in the people who tell you that. What I'm just saying is you want to be aware of what people are saying so you know to either move in that direction or move away from that direction, right? You get to decide how you want to be perceived, right? So a lot of people are like, okay, not a lot of people, but some people are like, Monique, you are super intense, okay? Someone said that to me once and I was like, oh my God, that is the word, that is me. I am that. I can either be intense in like a serious way or intense in like a like bubbly and like excited way, but you know this is what you get in. You know what you get in. So when people want to hire me to work with them, I always encourage them. Usually you guys find me through Instagram. And if that's the case, you've already seen me, right? So you know my personality already. So what's about your personality that will translate to your customer base? And if you are extroverted, if you are animated like myself, video is the perfect place for you to be. That is like the fastest way to get your personality across and the most concise. You know what you get in, okay? But maybe that's not it. So are you a writer? Do you write beautifully? Is that more your personality? So you really want to get to know your personality, harness your personality, and use that to your advantage. Okay, that was step 2. Step 3 is get to know your strengths and weaknesses. You have to embrace your authenticity, people, okay? Be honest about what you know and what you don't. Okay, so let's talk about this. So building your personal brand has so many different elements to it. However, what do you want to be known as an expert in is the question. And then you want to be honest about what you do know and what you don't know. Because listen, if you misrepresent yourself out there, if someone finds out, they are going to crucify you. People are you only get, if you break that trust with people, it's very rare that they're gonna come back and be like, oh, I really wanna work with you. And not only, it's not just about getting the business, it's about what are they saying about you when you're not there. This is your reputation, right? So you wanna get really clear on what you do know, what you don't know, and then you wanna emphasize what you do know and start putting it out there, right? Okay, good. So first was Google yourself, second was harness your personality, and third was get to know your strengths and your weaknesses. And if you've got we've all got weaknesses, right? If you know you're not a super organized person, then you're gonna need help, or you need to do planning. You need to plan in advance. If you know that you hate being on video and you're not powerful on video, but you wanna do video, then you need to practice. The best way to practice is get on your stories and practice before you have an audience so you can get really comfortable. Guys, I've got videos, actually I'm taking them down. I think some of them I took down. From when I first started this a year ago, I started the Dirty 30. The videos were horrible. First of all, I had just cut off all of my, first of all, I didn't cut off all of my hair. If you guys don't know my story, I'm a cancer survivor, so I lost all of my hair. And it was growing back, first of all. And I was like, I don't know what to do with it. I knew I didn't want to grow it long, but I didn't know what to do. I didn't have a barber. Oh my God, my hair was looking so crazy that I'm like, I do not need this out there in the world, okay? My lineup was like back here, Like, it was horrible. So that's one. The look was off. Second of all, I wasn't always wearing the right thing that was complimentary and undistracting. Let's just put it that way. Third of all, I don't know if I was necessarily I wasn't 100% comfortable. So I wasn't myself all the time, right? And third or fourth, I don't know which one that is, but I didn't even have I was holding the phone here and it was jiggling a lot of the time during the Dirty 30. How annoying is that? How hard is it to buy a tripod? So I got a tripod, right? So these are all things that I learned only from doing. Guys, you can only learn from doing. And watching others, of course. Hi, the Posh Publicist. Welcome everybody who's joining in. Hi. Tell me where you're tuning in from. If I missed anyone, I am so sorry. Okay, number 4, curate your online message. So while authenticity is undeniably important for your personal brand, you also have to have boundaries. Before you begin to present your persona to the world, decide what you will and you won't say or share with your followers. Okay? So, guys, do not put anything online that you would not put on a billboard. Do not, please, and thank you. Do not put anything online or comment on anybody else's feeds if it's in a way that you would not want your children of the future to read. Don't do it. Do not do it. Please don't do it. Please don't do it. None of this stuff goes anywhere. You can erase things. You can delete things. I am telling you, they are in the internet sphere. Okay? And once you've put it out there and people read it, it's out there. It's done. They have now decided who you are and what you stand for, right? So put your best foot forward, and you do not need to be inauthentic, but curate and have some tact online, right? And create value for the posting and the messaging that you put out there. Create value. Otherwise, why are you out there? What are you saying? Don't just put out garbage. There's enough garbage out there. There's enough. Okay? So you want to put something out there that is of value, and you don't want to put junk, and you want to put yourself in the best possible light every time you make a caption, every time you post a video or a snapshot. It could be a meme. This could be also reposting other people's things. So, for instance, if you don't want people to know your religious or your political views, don't put them online. It doesn't mean you're not down for the cause, okay? Reposting, spreading the word, create another feed for that. But on your business one, the one where you talk to your customers, put stuff there that they want to see. Them. You know what I'm saying though? Okay, so curate your message, your online message. That was number 4. Number 5. Build a website for your brand, right? Build a website for your brand. Duh. Build a website for yourself. So please go buy the domain for your first and last name. That rhyme. You like that? You like that? Buy the domain for your first and last name, so nobody else can own it. And then you can make it whatever you want, but you own it. This is where if somebody, guys, I am so rooted in the belief that a few years from now, very shortly, if it's not, it's present already, but like that will be the one thing that will be the determining factor and whether or not you get business opportunities or hire. Somebody will just need to, already, they Google you, right? So if you're putting any caca out there, you're in trouble. But your personal brand, your website is super important. Even if we bought the business name domain. Yes, even if you bought your business name domain, please go buy your personal domain. It does not cost a lot of money, guys. It's worth it. You will use it in the future. This is your online portfolio for whatever and whenever, whatever you want to be, because people want to buy from the face behind. They want to know the face behind the brand, right? Like when we think about Apple, we think about Steve Jobs. When we think about Amazon, we think about I mean, not everybody, but people who are in business, we think about Bezos, right? We think about the people behind these brands more and more, and it's just going to become more important in the future. So must do, thank you, yes. Tell them, okay? Let me look up one of your Instagram accounts here. All right, great. Jamari? Am I saying your name right? Jamari? Tell me if I'm saying your name correctly. Okay, great. So, let's do a recap. Google yourself, step 1. Step 2, harness your personality. Step 3, get to know your strengths and weaknesses. Step 4, curate your online message. Step 5, build a website for your brand. Buy the domain from GoDaddy. I think there's other places you can buy it. Like, I think you can buy one, like you get a free one if you have a Squarespace account. I don't care where you buy it from. Did I say it wrong? Can you spell it out for me in a way that it's pronounced? So I say your name correctly. Yes, get it. Go get your name. And guys, it's just like having your own LinkedIn, right? Like being able to be found on LinkedIn, they find you. It's great when it's only you who comes up, right? But, okay, sorry, I just had to kick someone out there. But here's the thing. This is your own personal platform where you can share whatever it is you want, whenever you want. Okay, it's something you own. You don't own social media, right? But you own your own brand. Good Skin Cosmetic is Lisa. Yes, hey Lisa. Thank you for posting that for me. Facebook and Twitter, Instagram, they could disappear whenever. I don't think they will, but that doesn't mean jack. Nothing, right? So that brings me to another point. If you've got a following, and this is like something that, worries me, we need to take them from where they're following you online to your email list where you have direct contact with them. So if you guys are not on my email list, you are missing out. That is where I have true conversations with my audience. So please post your email, DM me your email after. You get a free Jumpstart Your Juicy Business template. It's fun. It starts to flesh out your idea. And I give cool deals over there. Okay, good. So yes, get your own personal website. Okay, step 6. Let's see if we can get through these. Provide value at every opportunity. So we've talked about this. It's extremely important to create value every time you post. Avoid sharing content that doesn't give value to the reader. So we talked about this. Great. We don't need to go through it. If you are selling products, you don't want to use a website or a blog as your personal diary. Yes. Jamare. Perfect. Thank you. Jamare. I hope I'm saying it right. Yes, do not use your blog or your website as a personal diary if you sell products and things that, like on another site, right? If people can't find you, fine, but they'll find you. If there's anything, it goes back to curating your message. Don't post anything online that you would not want on a billboard, right? Okay, good. Number 7. Build relationships with well-known brands. Ooh, that's a good one. I wrote that. Another great way to build your personal brand is to interact with other well-known brands in your industry. So finding influencers, experts, entrepreneurs related to your field. Yes. Hey Mel, welcome. Yes. So if you are starting out, even if you're not starting out, the name of the game is collaboration. The name of the game is leverage. It is way tougher to go from 200 people following you to 10,000 people following you if you aren't actively partnering with other communities. Okay? So what communities are you a part of? Online, offline, encouraging people to come follow you. However, who are you following who's like killing the game where you're like, man, I wish I could collaborate with this person. Now, you want to put it in perspective, because if they've got like 100,000 followers, most likely, and you got 200 followers, they're not going to, don't reach out to them and be like, please follow, like, please, let's collaborate. That ain't it. Especially if you have not been following their content long enough to know about them. Don't reach out to anybody you have not vetted or interacted with their content yourself. It is the worst when somebody DMs me and wants something from me, but they have not consumed my content, never been on the Dirty 30, are not part of my email list, have never commented on a photo I've ever posted, any of that. That is super annoying, because it's that you want something from me, but you're not doing nothing for me. And guys, this is all about what can you do for that person. This is not about what they can do for you. What can you do for that person? I know I had to do the come in so you get it, right? You've got to be able to bring something to the table. Do not contact them until you do. Even if you are like, okay, I have nothing to offer this person right now, then you should be consuming their content and becoming top of mind. Not even top of mind, but being in their stories, like commenting on their posts, commenting on their feed and their stories, being like, that's so dope, but like in a real way, guys, asking questions, participating in their freebies. This is so important. This is a relationship you want to foster. This is not like a one bam, thank you, you do something for me, I do something for you. Very rarely does that happen. I've been fostering relationships for years. In this specific business, a year, I would say. But even so, I haven't asked for anything from those relationships. I'm just building them, right? So what can you offer? What can you offer? Number 8, reinvent. Oh, we're not going to get to all of them. Okay, number 8 is reinvent yourself. The great thing about personal branding is that it doesn't have to last forever. If you make mistakes building your brand, you can reinvent yourself and present a new persona online to your audience at any time. Just make sure your reinvention with your audience is transparent about your goals, your values, and your beliefs. Okay? So you can build that up at any time and take down anything that does not serve you in your new brand. Number 9 is pay attention to your copy. So really, guys, what I realized is this is like a whole overview, but I could do a Dirty 30 on every one of these points. Okay? Because we could go in deep. We could go in deep, and which is what I think we're going to do. I am going to take some of these steps and I'm going to drill it down, and we're going to do a Dirty 30 on just one, and you guys will be able to post questions pertaining to just this topic. Okay, good. For anybody just tuning in, let me know where you're tuning in from. We've got 1 minute. So pay attention to your copy. Guys, we kind of talked about this. Don't put out there anything that's not of value. Don't put out anything that you would not want on a billboard. And position yourself as an expert when you are writing captions for things, guys. Don't just put out crap. This is strategic. Otherwise, don't do it. You're wasting your time. And number 10 is share, share, share. The thing is, as humans, we are drawn to other people who we can relate to. Your clients and your followers will go with you if they see themselves reflected in your story. But you've got to share what that is. Share your progress, share your work, share your experiences, give advice. Personal branding is all about sharing your story. That's really what it is at the end of the day. All right, guys, please review before ending. Okay, I'm glad you said that, Pat, because I was just about to be like, Dirty 30 is done. Okay, Dirty 30 is done. Well, I mean, we did some introductions in the beginning, so I'll give you a few minutes. Okay, so recap. First, Google yourself, because you are whoever Google says you are. You want to get on the front page of Google. Number 2, harness your personality. What's unique about you? What can you lean into for your personal brand, right? Okay, number 3, get to know your strengths and your weaknesses. If you don't know, ask a friend. Phone a friend, somebody you can trust, somebody who has your best interest at heart. Do not focus on your weaknesses. I'm not necessarily interested in improving your weaknesses. I'm talking about amplifying your strengths. Be aware of your weaknesses, but I'm not telling you to go out and go work on yourself. Number 4, curate your message online. Don't put anything out there you would not want out there for someone else to read at any point in time in your life. And position yourself as an expert, please, lad. Okay? Number 5, build a website for your brand. Your personal brand is what I'm talking about. So if you have not bought your domain for your first and last name, go and get it today. You don't have to build the website yet. You may not have nothing to put on it, but own your domain so no one else can have it. Because I'm telling you, the young kids coming up, they're gonna be doing this. They're gonna be doing this, and you're gonna be out of luck. Okay. Number 5, build a website. Number 6, provide value at every opportunity. Every time you share content, don't just put out crap, please. And if you own your website, this is a place where you can share whatever it is you want, but don't put anything out there that you would not want anyone to read. Good. Number 6, build relationships with well-known brands. Consume their content, get in their DMs. What can you offer before you ask? Please. Who is maybe a little bit ahead of you where you guys could collaborate and it would be a mutual beneficial to both of you? Don't go after people who you have nothing to offer and it's zero value for them. But if you've got value for them, offer them something in exchange for something. But I wouldn't even ask them for exchange for something. I would just offer it, because human nature is we don't like to feel like we owe people, but we always feel we owe people when they do something really nice for us. So if someone was to offer me something for free, I would automatically be like, okay, how can I compensate? How can I help them? Who can I connect them with? Without the ask, it's even more powerful if you just do. But you got to be strategic about it. Don't just give away stuff for free when you know that person is not aligned with and will not give you jack. Okay, good. But you'll know from their personality if you consume their content. Number 8 is reinvent yourself. If you've never had an online persona, you don't know what you've been doing things in the past, but now you want to position yourself as a new expert, you can reinvent yourself at any given time. You just want to start sharing what you do and taking down the old crap, old videos, old posts, old captions, old websites. Number 9 is pay attention to your copy. Guys, don't put out crap. How many times can I say this? People are going to consume whatever it is you put out there if it's of value. If you're positioning yourself as an expert, it's got to be valuable. And number 10 is share, share, share. Share. People can't buy what you have, offer you assistance, tap you for new opportunities if they have no idea you exist. If they have no idea what you do and they have no idea how you need to be helped. Share. You've got to share. No one's going to know you're an expert in something if you're not out there sharing it on social, online, in person, at events, when you meet people, ever. Share, share, share. Share your progress, share your behind the scenes, share your expertise, share your experience. We got through it. We got through it, guys. Okay, thank you for tuning in. That is the Dirty 30 concluded. We'll be back Mondays at 11 a.m. I will share your topics. Stay tuned to the stories to find out what the topic's going to be.